How are you gonna take care of this now? When can you be back with the money?
Okay.
Well, what's immediately?
Obtain the money orders and come right back.
I don't know where you're gonna get the money orders. Where are you going?
If you want numbers, I can go to the bank.
You can't get the Walmart on Allen Road, man. So I don't want this guy waiting around here all day. Within an hour?
Within the hour.
It's 10 minutes to 11 right now. What time are you going to be back? You don't listen very well. You do not listen very well. I told you to bring the money with you. These guys got better things to do. I'm setting aside the default judgment, but you don't have the money to pay right now. And I find that you owe the money. How much are you asking? I'm going to give you a judgment again. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to start the writ date over. I told you to bring the money with you. These guys got better things to do. I'm setting aside the default judgment, but you don't have the money to pay right now. And I find that you owe the money. How much are you asking? I'm going to give you a judgment again. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to start the writ date over.
Very well, Your Honor.
Give me your
balance is $3,168.91. And I believe that does not include the court costs. I'm checking now. No, it does not include the cost of $187.07. So that's going to take us to $3,355.98.
I'm giving them a judgment. I'm giving them a writ date of it's got to be the 13th. So I'm setting aside the default judgment. Possession judgment will enter for $3,355.98, and the writ date will be April 13th. You got to get him the money. I don't know why you don't listen to me very well, Mr. Castillo. I mean, if you didn't know how to fill out the motion, you should have inquired. You could have inquired of me. I would have explained it. Then you could have inquired of the civil department. Instead, you left. I told you to bring the money here. You come here with not enough money. I mean, you got to listen better and stop paying these guys so late. That's it. Thank you. You're going to prepare a judgment today?
Your Honor, we will file a judgment. I call my office right now.
Thank you very much. Have a great time. Enjoy yourself. Nice to meet you. All right. Kimberly Marie Galasha, 25W835356. Is Mr. Crawford out there?
I'll call him.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
You call the.
He said Mr. Crawford just left there.
It's just sitting right next to him.
Almost Marines is right on these two.
Did you have fun?
I did.
Good.
Did you?
I wasn't involved. Yeah.
That's great.
Good. Glad to hear that. All right. Are these, there were
Yep.
people against, Bryce Isaiah Jacobs, 25W840947A and B.
Yeah, good morning. Please report here with me is Bryce Jacobs at the reports in Raymond Blue for readings.
Okay, sir, is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Your name?
Bryce Jacobs.
All right, so I'll enter a not guilty plea. We have two charges here. Possession of a concealed weapon, so I'm indicating he stands mute on both. We have possession of concealed weapon under count 1. I understand he's going to plead guilty to that. That will be under the Home Judicial Trainee Act. And then as to count 2, that's going to be dismissed, true?
Yes.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yeah.
All right, if you plead guilty here to this, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. I'll take your plea under HIDA. I'll set terms and conditions after I order a pre-sentence report. If you're compliant with those at the end of the specified period, the case would be dismissed. And it would be a non-public record only. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Did you sign, read, and understand and advice of rights form here today? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. To the charge possession of a concealed weapon, how do you plead? On November 29 to 25 at 4:10 in the morning, were you on Western, Godeth, and Woodhaven in a motor vehicle?
Yes.
And did you have a concealed weapon?
Yes.
That was not a locked container and it was under the seat. Is that true?
Yes.
Loose?
Yes.
You didn't have a concealed pistol permit, correct?
Yeah. I didn't publish.
Are you on probation or parole? You got to answer for me.
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay, I'm going to accept your plea to that charge under count 1. I'm going to dismiss Count two on motion to prosecute. I'm gonna order a pre-sentence report, and then we'll have you back here for sentencing. Let me just double check. You can hear. Yeah, give me 1 second, please. I never set bond conditions. Yeah. Were you ever printed on this case? You weren't fingerprinted, were you?
Yeah, it was.
No, let me just double check. Heather, can you double check that for me? I don't see the CCH in here. I see his traffic record. It's probably in the other file. I'm
Okay,
gonna
I'll run it
continue your
record.
bond. I'm gonna continue your bond to $300 on the 9478 case. I've dismissed the B, so I'm transferring that over to the A file. So essentially, you're gonna have 5,010% on the A file. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with prosecution witnesses. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. Do you understand all of that?
Yes.
All right, okay. So I'm ordering a pre-sentence report. Those are your bond conditions. Again, you can't leave the state. You understand that, true as well?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you a sentence date. When will that be, Heather?
We could do April 15th at 8:30.
All right. Good with you guys? April 15th at 8:30. How long are you gonna be here, Mr. Haynes?
My last day's next day.
Can you do a court to school for me at Trenton High School? I'd love to have you.
What day?
April 30th. Is it the 30th?
Yes, at 9 o'clock.
No. Okay, we'll do April 15th then. Go ahead.
Judge, I'm sorry, I just ran his record and I'm not showing that he was printed.
Make,
We'll do April 15th at 8:30. And you have to go over to get fingerprinted and photographed. I don't have an order. I'm writing it on the bond sheet.
They did that to me 2 times. They fingerprinted me and there's a fingerprint.
Call over there, Heather, make sure something didn't happen, but otherwise, either way, you're gonna have to go over there unless she tells you you don't have to because there was a mistake and they have the prints taken. So you're gonna have to be over there by 1 PM today, okay? Do you understand that?
Is your print order still in the file, Judge, also?
I do not see it.
Okay.
I do not see it, but let me double check the other one. No, there was never a print order put in here, I don't think.
Let me see if there was one printed too. That'll tell me.
So you'd have to go over there by 1. If she tells you you don't, that's fine, okay? And then she can go down the hall, get your notice, and over to probation where you will be interviewed, okay? Pre-sentence report. Anything else?
There you go. Thank
Good luck, sir. Thank you. Did you ever find Galatia?
Oh, Your Honor. She's not in the building. She didn't check in with me, so I don't know what that. Never checked in the front.
I don't know what happened on that.
Yeah. One more, right? Yeah.
You got something?
Just got it going.
What's that?
you.
Just file,
I put one more on the thing.
but he's filed the bond. Do you need to review this now before I do anything? So do
You
you
want to
want
speak to the prosecutor?
I don't know.
Okay.
Send it to you.
Yeah. Okay, can we bring cards down for you?
Okay.
Okay. I know, right, he's gotta go get the $25 fee and bring that back, but I just didn't know if you need to.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks.
yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Kimberly Marie Galash, 25W835356. Your name?
William Urick on behalf of the city, what have you on?
I'm confused. She hasn't been here. We canceled the warrant today. I've been calling her. She isn't here. You filled out a dismissal.
Is this the loitering in a controlled substance house, Judge?
You said controlled substance tested negative.
Correct.
Now
This
we
is
first.
off the docket. The defendant is not here. The warrant has been already withdrawn,
How-
I believe, what I understand. So this, in essence, is a housekeeping motion to null the cross, Judge?
Okay, good enough. I thought so,
Get the
but
doc-
I didn't know, how did the warrant end up being canceled? Because you asked for the file?
I do not, I think that was correct. Lieutenant-
Okay, that was the only thing that confused me. Your motion, case dismissed.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much. All right, what else do you have? Come on up here, ma'am. Alexis, Rachel, Leanne, Seiler, 267-8406-18A and B.
Everyone has been in Ms. Tyler's place, the regularly available range, everything.
Ma'am, your name?
Alexis Rachel and Tyler.
All right, so I have an operating with the presence of drugs and a resist and obstruct. I'm entering not guilty pleas indicating defendant stands mute. So all we're gonna do then is set this for we're just setting this for a preacher. Just surprised they filled this out, cost of recovery. $1,000 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. Did you get fingerprinted, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
$1,000 personal bond. No alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. You cannot leave the state. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. If you want a court-appointed lawyer going forward, you're going to have to fill out a petition for one, okay? And we'll give you a court date on this one out of Woodhaven. Heather, for when?
That'll be April 15th at 9:45.
April 15th at 9:45. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else?
No,
Good luck to you, ma'am. Again, if you want a petition for a court-appointed lawyer, you're gonna have to fill one out, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
That's portions.
Yeah.
That's for court one, that's for.
Judge, there's a discovery order from the prosecutor.
That's for the lawyer? Yes.
Okay.
You don't need it, you won't, you don't. Yeah, you want a lawyer. You got one more. Exactly. Mr. Crawford has two more he's working on now.
And we also still have those 2 felony arraignments that Mr. Baldwin is still in on one and needs to speak with the other still.
Okay, so I filled out this order for discovery and the bond sheet. And so you can take those out. I'm putting them in the file A, the operating presence. All right? So you got 2 arraignments left.
Baldwin has two, Crawford's still working on two, Mr. Haynes has.
All right, we'll adjourn it to the 15th, Heather.
Yes, we can do 10 o'clock.
10? 10
Yes,
a.m.
Judge.
You're all set. Go down, I'll get your notice. Thank you. Dennis James Smolinski, 267-841, 702 A and B.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford, representing Mr. Smolinski, who's approaching.
Your name, sir?
Dennis Gates,
All right, so this is gonna be a plea to allowing a licensed driver to drive. And that the prosecutor's going to dismiss the suspend charge, and then prosecutor is also going to dismiss the no proof of insurance and the expired plate. That's what they wrote down.
I think that might be an error by the prosecution because that is so similar to the other case before the court.
Well, what am I supposed to do here? I'm gonna plead.
Bottom line is, Your Honor,
He's taking a plea to allowing a licensed driver to drive and 1 to impeding,
correct.
and then they're going to dismiss the no proof and the defective equipment. Well, that was just a warning.
Yeah, that was just a warning.
Well, why's he got 3 charges in?
He made an error, it sounds like.
Okay, good enough. So he's going to plead to impeding on the no insurance, and then he's going to plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and the prosecutor's then going to dismiss the no proof and the suspend. True?
It's true.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yeah.
If you plead to allow an unlicensed driver to drive, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. If you plead on the impeding, that's 0 points. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that? To the charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead? You got to keep your voice up.
Guilty.
On March 5 of 26, were you in control of a 2013 Chrysler that was being operated on I-75 southbound or west in Woodhaven?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you allow somebody to drive that was unlicensed or suspended or revoked or denied, and was that you?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you on probation or parole? Anybody force you to plead guilty? The charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible? Do you plead responsible to impeding? Okay, I'll accept that plea. Accept the plea to allow an unlicensed driver to drive, dismiss the suspend, dismiss the no proof of insurance. Does he have insurance now? All right. What would you like to say? Anything?
Yes, Your Honor, of course, you know, my client is employed, but unfortunately, he was off work for a couple of months, so things have been a little bit on a tight one. Otherwise, he could have resolved, these issues a little bit sooner, Your Honor. So he's asking for some leniency on fines and costs as he'll be proposing the payment.
Your record isn't stellar either. What would you like to tell me? Anything?
You don't have to say anything. So,
100 fines, 125 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. 350. Or 90 days on the allowing unlicensed driver to drive, and on the impeding 185. Your total here amounts to 535. How much of that can he pay right now?
Your Honor, you can't pay anything right now, but he's asking if you give it to April 22nd, he should have everything paid off.
Is that right?
Yes,
You sure?
ma'am.
If you don't have, I'll give you until April 22nd. If you don't have the money, no problem. Just come and talk to me, okay?
Okay.
But don't ignore me, all right? Okay, good luck. Thank you. Bryant, Kiara Nicole Bryant Obiocha, 26W841-705, A and B and C.
We're going to be able to talk to the defendant, proceedings, ma'am, state your name for the record.
Kiara Bryant.
All right, so she's going to plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. She's also going to plead responsible to impeding traffic. And then the prosecutor is going to dismiss the suspend charge, which is file A, the no proof of insurance charge, which is file B, and the expired plate charge, which is file C. Is that true?
That's true, Your Honor.
Is that what you would like to do, ma'am?
Yeah.
And you plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. The possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And if you plead to impeding, that's 0 points. It won't go on your record. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign an advice of rights form here today? Plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. You'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
To the charge allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of impeding traffic, do you plead responsible or not responsible? Were you in control of a motor vehicle, a 2002 Ford, that was being operated on March the 7th of 26 at 12:55 a.m. on Allen or Van Horn in Woodhaven?
Yes.
She allowed somebody to drive that was unlicensed, and was that you?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole? Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it to that charge. Please accept it to impeding. The suspend's dismissed, the expired plate's dismissed, and the no proof of insurance is dismissed. I want to make sure that those detectives have been given calls on those cases if there are arraignments on felony charges.
Okay.
Rick? Okay. All right. What do you want to say? Anything? This was just an expired license as opposed to a revoked or suspended, which isn't as bad. So I'll give you that.
Thank you, Your Honor. She apologizes to the court. She just kind of lost track of time, had a few things going on at the time. But right now, she's got a valid driver's license, she's got proof of insurance. You should pay to get her plates in order. So she's good to go to drive, Your Honor. You won't see her here for this type of activity. So she's asking for some leniency, and we'll be composing an opinion.
On the do you want to say anything, ma'am?
Yeah, I didn't know my tax was expired. I don't know why I thought that, because I just got my tax like then, I don't know, this over the summer. So I thought, I didn't know, I'm thinking I can drive through 2006. 2026. Because it says 226, but it's supposed to say 27. So I didn't know my case was expired, but I got it, yeah.
Where do you work?
I work next door at, Applewood. So I was just out on my lunch break, want to get something to eat real quick.
And now we can't use Allen Road.
Right.
150 on the impeding. And again, like I said, this is different than driving on a revoked or suspended. 25 fines. This is on the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. 25 fines, 25 costs, 75 victim rights, $50 justice assessment. So it's 175 or 30 days plus 150 or 3.25. How much of that can she pay? All of it?
No, you're right, she can't pay that. She's proposing a payment arrangement. She can afford to pay $50 every 2 weeks starting February the 16th, April 16th. That's her next quick check.
All right. She's going to pay $50 bi-weekly beginning April the 16th, Heather. I'm going to have her pay first on the impeding and then $50 bi-weekly on the A file after fines costs paid on the B file, which was the no proof of insurance where she's pled to impeding, okay?
Yes, sir.
If you ever don't have the money, it's not a problem. Don't get upset. Just call the court or come down here as long as you're 8:30 in the morning on any due date. Call the court, either come up here or on Zoom, either one. I'll be glad to give you an extension, okay?
Okay.
Best of luck. Thank you. All right, is Mr. Baldwin ready with the two felonies?
Yes.
Okay, bring them in.
So-
And
sorry,
does he
Judge, I
have the
was-
files? He has the files, doesn't he? Who's he here for? What room is he in?
All right, Judge, I'm sorry. So Brownstown is going to be zooming in here in a moment. He's still in with one, and we have one ready, but that one is a state police, one on that felony arraignment. I don't have a contact for that.
They don't, it's fine. What is it? What kind of charge is that?
Fleeing vehicle and reckless driving.
What's the first charge you said?
A fleeing, vehicle.
Fleeing and eluding and then reckless?
Yes.
I'll just handle that.
Okay. And yes, and then someone from Brownstown will be on in just a moment for
Okay.
the other one.
You sure it's taking a lot of time on this?
Yes. I can close the breakout rooms if you want me to pull them in, because I know that the Monroe County one, he said his iPad did not have much battery left on it.
Yeah, you bring them in and tell Mr. Baldwin to bring the files in, please.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
And
This moment in
then,
the courtroom wasn't only about legal cases. It was a harsh collision with reality. One after another, individuals.
prosecutor's
stepped
also
before
going to
the judge.
dismiss the no proof of
Some came
insurance and the
unprepared.
expired.
Some admitted guilt, while others tried to justify
Boy.
their actions. But the judge made one thing
hold on.
absolutely clear.
That's what they wrote
Excuses mean
down.
nothing when decisions have already
I
been
think that might be
In one
an error by
situation,
the prosecution
a man
because
broke his
it's so similar to the other case before.
mandatory check-ins.
Well, what am I supposed to do here?
I messed up.
Plead?
The judge.
Bottom line is you are-
He's taking a plea to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive and one to impeding?
Now,
Correct.
And then they're going to dismiss the no proof
then the
and
tone
the
shifted with another case.
defective
The
equipment?
young man stood
Well, that
there
was just a
burdened with
warning.
problems,
Yeah, that was just a.
alcohol.
Well, why's he got
bad
3
choices,
charges
and
in?
a future hanging by
He
a
made an
thread.
error, it sounds like.
Okay,
Judge
okay,
delivered
good enough.
powerful
So he's going to plead to
You were
impeding on the
destroying your
no
life
insurance.
before it even begins.
And then
No shouting.
he's going to
Just
plead to
wrongness.
allowing an unlicensed
He didn't just
driver to
hand out
drive.
punishment.
And the
He
prosecutor's
imposed
then going to
strict
dismiss the
probation,
no
ordered
proof
treatment. Gave him
and
one final opportunity to turn things around.
the
But the
suspend.
message
True?
didn't change.
True.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Prison will be
If you
waiting.
plead to allow an
Because
unlicensed
in the
driver to
end,
drive, the
court
possible
isn't
penalties are
only
up to
about the
500
present
fines, 90 days
It's
jail,
about the
costs are
direction
all
your
those. If you
decisions
plead
are
on
leading
the
you toward.
impeding,
real
that's 0
question
points. Do you understand
Will
that?
truly change when given another
All
chance.
right.
Or
Did
do
you
they
sign,
only
read, and understand the
when
advice
it's
of
already too
rights?
late?